Hey, welcome back to the next episode of my devlog. My name is Roman, and today we're gonna have a look at camera work in levels. So normally you have quite an intelligent script for cameras to kind of follow the player through a level, but each level has some special occasions or cases where you have to maneuver around tight corners or something like that, where you kind of need more information to get the best view for the player. When I first started developing the game, I had my own script, which was fairly good, but it had some problems, so I checked out what the Unity Asset Store has in store, and I stumbled upon a script which is from Luis Fonseca. I really hope I pronounce his name right. He's a really nice guy. His script is really awesome. It's called Pro Camera 2D, and he even is so kind and answers requests very quickly and helps out if there are some problems. So I'm really appreciating his support. That's really cool. So what does the script do? The script kind of follows the player in the game, but not one-to-one, and you have a lot of kind of screws and cogs where you can change how the script behaves. For example, I'm using like a forward, like a script that kind of always, if the player runs to the right, the camera always pans a bit more to right, so the player can see what is coming up next. And yeah, similar stuff like that. And today I want to give you a look at how I have to treat the level so the camera gives the player the best view possible. Yeah, so oh, by the way, before I forget it, if you want to check out that tool for Unity, it's check out the website procamera2d.com. I will add the link to the description of the video. Yeah, so let's go on and check out the level. Maybe first let's quickly check out the camera game object. That's Pro Camera 2D, so you kind of just drag the object it should follow in here, and yeah, the rest is very easy and really easy to use. Everybody should be able to kind of get a hang out of it very quickly. These are the extensions I talked about that I'm using. So I'm using forward focus, geometry boundaries, rooms, shakes, and zoom to fit. And right now here I use zoom triggers and camera influencer to kind of keep the camera where I want the camera to be. Now, to show you the problems, let's quickly start the game without camera influences. Let's kind of resize the screen a bit. So yeah, what is obvious, whenever I jump from here, the platform disappears. So this makes it really difficult to hit the platform. So I don't know where to land. So this is kind of, yeah, this is not ideal because you kind of have to guess where the platform is. So, okay, what do I do to make the camera kind of focus more on the platform? First thing is I'm adding a zoom trigger, so let's zoom it out. This zoom trigger, so this area, the whole area, whenever the player enters this area, the camera zooms out a bit, so you already have a bit more in the view, which is helpful for this problem. And the second thing is this 2D trigger influence. There's another box, so this one here, and whenever the character enters this box, the camera focus to this point, so the focus point. And in this case I moved the focus point a bit down, so the camera will pan down automatically a bit whenever it gets closer to the focus point. and this will already help to solve this problem. So let's hit play again and check it out how it's right now with all the camera guidance in place. So you can already see that the camera kind of zoomed out already, and you can see how the camera tries to focus the platform a bit. So the closer I get to the right, the more it kind of pans down. So let's try to make the jump, and you can see that the camera stays in view, not the camera, the platform stays in view. You can almost see the ground. So if I would move the focus point even a bit more down, you can see that now you can even see the ground. But yeah, it shouldn't overdo it, because at one point you will leave the top part of the frame, which is not a good thing as well. So yeah, let's head over to the next area that is a bit more complicated. This is quite easy, just a zoom trigger and influencer. The waterfall area is a bit more problematic, since the camera will move. Whenever you jump to the right, it will move into the wall, and when you jump back, it will do the same on the left side. So let's quickly check out how that looks without any guidance for the camera. So let's kind of resize the game window a bit, and let's head over. So jump over to the right, you can immediately see that the camera kind of really is in the wall, and that's not really what you want to see. The same on the left side. So to prevent the camera from doing that, I added quite a few things. I think the most important elements are two 3D objects that kind of prevent the camera from moving behind them or beyond them. So this is one 3D cube. Let me quickly focus on it, and so this will block the camera from moving beyond the box. And I have another box on the left side, but it's not easy to just put it there and let it do its job, because you will pass at one point here, and then the box can't be activated because the camera would get stuck over here. So it needs to be deactivated, and I have a trigger that kind of activates the box whenever I pass this red line. So whenever I'm here, this box gets activated. When I jump back to the left, the box will be here, and it should prevent the camera from moving too far to the left. But there is another problematic area, because here you can break this wall. Let me go back to 2D view. So you can break this wall and enter in this area. So whenever you do that, the box needs to disappear again, because the camera shouldn't be blocked when you enter the room, right? So therefore I added this proximity trigger, and whenever you enter this trigger, so this means you have smashed this wall and you went beyond, the 3D object here will be deactivated, and so you can enter the camera at the room, and the camera will follow you. And whenever you jump back from this area to the right, this is what you want to do, the 3D object will be reactivated again. So yeah, there is quite a bit that needs to be taken care of. So let's quickly check out if this works like planned. Okay, let's deactivate that, and we should be good to go. So I keep the game and editor view like they are, so you can see the boxes appearing here. when I'm moving closer, you see here's trigger whenever I pass this area, this blocking 3D box appears, but not the other one, because I wouldn't be able to pass the area. So you will see whenever I drop down, yeah, you see the left one appeared, and now the camera kind of stays within these boundaries, which is much easier to play, because you kind of focus on what is important in this case. So let's try to enter this room to show you what happens with this special case. So the camera doesn't pan to the wall, through the wall as it did before. So let's crack open the wall, and yeah, you see whenever I enter this trigger area, so this one here, the blocking box disappeared. So I don't want to show you this secret room, but what you can see now, whenever I jump over to this platform, it will reactivate the blocking 3D geometry. Oh, well, got hit, but nonetheless it worked, and the camera should now not go into the wall again as before. Yeah, you see it stops right there. So that's quite what I really wanted to achieve, so that's cool. Well, let's not get hit by that guy. And there are many other areas in the game that kind of needs a bit of focus. Here, for example, you see that you get an upward focus whenever you enter this area, just to show, okay, you might need to go up next. Might need a bit of detail work here, because it's maybe a bit too much, because the trigger here almost kind of disappears. So yeah, there are really a lot of triggers throughout the level to get an ideal experience when playing it. And Pro Camera 2D really gives you a lot of tools, so you have a lot of possibilities to kind of streamline your level. Alright, that was it about camera work in levels. I hope you enjoyed this episode of my devlog. As always, kind of like this video and add a comment to it. Maybe you want to know something about the game development, some specific things that you would like to see. Yeah, let me know, that would be cool, and have a nice day. Bye bye.